We have Chef Jonathan Collins with us.
Thank you very much. I'll give you a hug, but I'm ready to operate already.
He's ready. He needs a scalpel. He's good. So you have this on.
Yeah, so on point, we've got to have a lot of food. First of all, you build up an appetite with the game. Canada's playing so well. We want to make it simple, and I'm going to teach you a few really good tips this morning.
Right.
So let's start off with wings. Wings are
Speaking
classic.
Of tips,
Let's get rid of these tips.
Get rid of the wing
So
tips.
this is the wing that you pick up at the grocer. What you want to do is just run your knife right through that wing, take the tip off, and then divide the wings. And the reason you do that is so that, first of all, so you get all kinds of surface area, so it gets nice and crispy. Now these I'm going to bake to keep them a little healthier, and we've got some apple fritters to finish, which we're going to deep fry. So don't worry,
balance.
Balance.
Okay.
That's right. It is important to fill up your stomach with good food, because if you're going to be having anything to drink, you want to make sure to balance it out.
Yes.
So one of the key things as a chef in the kitchen, we want to make sure that when we're using wings, do you ever bite into a wing and you get that kind of really dark color right at the bone?
Yes.
It's a little bit unattractive. So the way that we solve that is I've got a brine. Now we can take the time, water and sugar and some salt, but instead I've got some Thornberry Apples hard cider, and I'm just going to top that up with the hard cider, and it'll do a couple things. It'll flavor it a little bit. It'll also get rid of some of that color. This is something that can be done just a couple hours ahead of time. Take that, put that in the, it smells amazing.
It's so good.
Take that, put that in the refrigerator, and then when it's done, drain it, set it aside, and just pat dry just before it goes into the oven.
Okay.
So you're gonna pull these off, and now let's start talking about a really great drink.
Yes. Okay. So now that you've used the cider for your brine,
Yes.
you can still crack it open for a little something else after.
Exactly, and we're here in Ontario. It's apple harvest time, so I've got some beautiful Thornberry cider, but we've also got a really exciting cocktail. So I'll just rim the glass with a little bit of orange, and then we'll put, this is allspice and sugar. You can see how beautiful that looks already. A little bit of ice in the bottom, and we're gonna kick it up a notch with some bourbon. So an ounce of bourbon, important to measure so that you know that all of the people who are drinking know exactly how much alcohol they've consumed.
Right.
And a squeeze of orange, so orange and bourbon is just beautiful together. You can smell that already.
Yeah.
And then we'll crack open one of these, and the nice thing is they don't have to be chilled because going into ice, top that up. And this is a real crowd pleaser. So it's light, it's acidic. We've got a little bit of, this is pure apple cider. And we will just
A little garnish.
garnish orange and just a little bit of thyme, and you can see how beautiful that drink is. You won't drink it this morning, but hold that baby up and have a look at that. That's, oh my goodness, we've got a,
beautiful.
while you're having a look at that,
it smells so good.
Smells so good.
Oh, delicious. This is what smells even better. Like, I don't even want to pull this apart, but look at this beautiful roast.
Yeah,
Look at that.
so this is a picnic cut. This is Ontario pork, and this is the nice thing about doing a large cut like this. Now you see this is in liquid. So what I've done is I've taken the Thornberry cider, and I've used it as a marinade. But then further than that, when you're braising, you want to make sure braising is cooking in a small amount of liquid. So we've got all types of great flavors in there. And you can see how that pork, it literally just pulls apart.
It's just falling apart.
It's just falling apart, and let's make one of these just before we get to our fritters. Let's grab one of these. So we're gonna take this.
And this is something that you can set up, and you have kind of like a little assembly line. Your guests can come in, make their own.
Exactly.
And that way you don't have to be in the kitchen all the time and not enjoying your friends.
And it holds for a really long time. And if you do it in a brazier or a casserole like this, it makes it really simple because it keeps it warm. And look, we can take some of those onions and put them on top. And that makes just a beautiful slider. Now you can take, we've got 3 sauces online for you. Now have a look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
So we'll set that over here. And then if you've got a sweet tooth in the group, which everybody does, we've got these gorgeous apple fritters. Now all it is just a little bit of eggs and flour and baking powder. Everybody's got that if you've made pancake batter.
Yep.
And this is how simple it is. You just literally drop the fritter into the batter. And then the most important thing when you're using fryer fat is to make sure it's the right temperature.
Okay.
So it's got to be 375. And then what you do is you just give it a little wave as it goes in, and that makes sure that it will not stick to the bottom, and that you end up with some really great results. Now, the caramel is just simply sugar and a little bit of butter and cream, and I'll show you the final results. We'll just wave this in here.
Perfect.
And have a look at this.
You come up with these beautiful fritters.
Yeah, and I mean, the way that you take them out to the table is like this. So you just take, and you can set them out with a little bit of dip, but you just drizzle them like this. Look at that.
And a little bit of sugar there.
And a little bit of sugar, top it with a little bit of sugar, and then you've got something really nice. Now that wing bar, the thing about having 3 different sauces is that everybody gets what they want. So we've got something with a little bit of Asian flair, that maple mustard, and a really robust chipotle tomato.
Okay, that's great. And of course, we're going to have more on our website if you want to take a look at how you can make those sauces as well as everything here. Head to breakfasttelevision.ca, and we're going to grab a...
Let's grab it. Yes.
I just...
This is the less messy one. I'm going to take one that's actually dripping.
More BT when we come back. Stay with us.